Cool.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in this morning. We will be starting our webinar in a couple of minutes. Thank you for being here this early. And for today's webinar, Roberto Jauregui, who'll be our presenter for today, and we'll be starting in a couple of minutes. So, for everyone that is already here, please let us know if you can hear us loud and clear. We will be using the question panel that is on the right side of your screen. And throughout this question panel, we'll be getting all of your questions and comments through the webinar. Mr. Jason, thank you so much. Thank you. So, okay, now we'll just wait a couple of minutes for everyone to join in, and we'll be starting at around 8 o'clock, 9 San Antonio, 10 Miami. So, thank you for your time this morning, and a quick reminder that this webinar will be recorded and sent to your email right after the webinar. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here this morning. We're about to start this webinar, so thank you, everyone, for joining in. And just a reminder for everyone that just joined in that we'll be using the question panel. This is a panel that is on the right side of your screen, and we'll be using the question panel to get all of your questions and comments of the products of E-Series that we'll be seeing in this presentation. A quick reminder that after the webinar, we'll be uploading this video to our YouTube channel, EPCOM USA. And if you have any other question, we'll also be sending the information of our engineer, Roberto Jauregui, to the follow-up email. So if you have a project coming up, if you need assistance for any of the projects that you already have, please let us know. We'll be happy to help you. So now I think everyone's here. Thank you. And I think now we're ready to start. So welcome to our webinar e-series for license plate recognition, LPR, fisheye, and PTZ solutions of e-series. For today's presentation, Roberto Jauregui, he'll be our presenter. So please send us all of your questions. And at the end of the webinar, we'll be having a Q&A panel to answer all of them. Roberto, I think now we're ready to start.
Hello, once again, good morning, everybody. If my voice sounds a little raspy, I'm sorry. I have a little cold right now, but that's not going to stop me from doing this webinar with you guys. Just as Victor said, this is going to be an e-series webinar based on license plate recognition, our fisheye camera, and our PTZ solutions for the e-series brand. If you guys have any questions, save them in the chat, put them in the chat, and we will review them after I finish the presentation. Once again, good morning. My name is Roberto Jauregui. This webinar will be recorded and sent to you through the email. So let's not delay any further. Let's get started. We're going to start off with our IP LPR camera, the 4 megapixel bullet, or this is what we're going to start off with. The general description of the LPR camera, a general background in intelligent vehicle management has become essential in numerous industries due to the growing popularity of automotive applications in daily life in recent years. In this regard, ANPR, which stands for Automatic Number Plate Recognition, plays a crucial role by enabling the detection and identification of vehicle license plate numbers, which is extremely useful for investigating various events, such as if you want to look up a license plate on the software, as you can see below, this is how it's basically going to look. The software is going to look at the license plate, and then next to it, you're going to have the date and the time, and then under, you're going to have the license plate itself. And the key technology, automatic number plate recognition, ANPR technology, enables license plate extraction in complex locations by accurately identifying each character in the vehicle's license plate, including its format and number. This technology uses deep learning algorithms for license plate and character detection, allowing for optimal and precise recognition. LPR utility. Implementing LPR camera systems in any environment adds value by improving process control and providing an additional level of security. These systems serve as a valuable tool for monitoring, investigating, and resolving incidents or events involving vehicles and their drivers. By providing a means to track and identify vehicles, LPR camera systems can enhance security and streamline processes in a variety of settings. So in the first example, the car stopped here at the stop sign. There's a barrier here with the gate. The people are coming into the car. You don't have to do that with this. All they have to do is on the second picture, the car comes up. The LPR camera is going to recognize the plate. Normally for us, for the people in the United States, the plate's going to be in the back, so you would set it up in the back. But either way, the LPR camera is going to recognize the plate, the barrier is going to open, and it's going to cross. LPR applications. This is why the applications of an LPR system go beyond access control and parking management, integrating into the monitoring and security sector for access control in corporate settings, university campuses, industrial areas, and even residential communities. LPR systems are versatile and can be used in a variety of settings to improve security and streamline processes. With the ability to accurately identify and track vehicles, LPR systems are an important tool for enhancing security and maintaining control in a wide range of environments. These are just some of the applicable scenarios that you can use an LPR camera in. One is barrier control. This image will be very important because it's the best way to set up a barrier and an LPR camera. One is for entrance. So you see the LPR camera is right here. It's going to scan it. The barrier is going to open, and the car is going to pass. Right here is for the exit. It's going to the camera is going to scan the license plate right here on the front of the car. The barrier is going to open, and the car is going to pass. For road video surveillance, so the cars are passing, and every time each car passes, the camera recognizes and scans the plates. For vehicle management in a parking lot, you can put a camera on a post and it'll read all of the license plates in that parking lot. If you need to, let's say a robber got into a car or an accident happened in that parking lot and someone drove away, like a hit and run, you can scan for that exact license plate and report it. When it's for investigation, just like I said earlier, you can, on the software itself, you can look up license plate or look at the model and make of the car, and it'll tell you exactly where it is, what time it happened. Applications, this is not applicable scenarios, just like I said here. You want one for entrance, like in this picture, and one for exit. The reason you don't want both on the same barrier, on the same post, is because once the car is going to go in, the same entrance camera is going to read the car as it's going in, and it's going to keep the barrier open. Normally in residential areas, you don't want that because cars will go behind that car that's going in, and the barrier will stay open for that car, for the second car that doesn't have access to go in. So the correct scenario would be one entrance and one exit. Installation requirements. The license plate percentage. The width of the license plate should be from 6% to 50% of the total image. The reason why I'm giving estimates instead of a exact number is because most of the projects for LPR varies. So the numbers aren't going to be the same. You have to tune the brightness, the saturation, the height. It all depends on the scenario that you are putting the LPR camera in. It all depends on the height, where the car is coming from, where it's entering to, if the sun is hitting the camera, if it's not. It all depends on the scenario. So any external light, keep a distance between the camera and the board to avoid excessive light on the camera to see a clear image. The installation angle is around 15 degrees. That number is an estimate. It's not an estimate because, as you can see here, 15 degrees from the installation, so it looks exactly at the license plate. This is the characteristics of the camera. It has a compression of H.265 plus. It's 4 megapixels, 30 frames. It has a WDR of 120. It has a reset button on the back of the camera. It has a slot for a micro SD up to 256 gigabytes. The PoE itself is 802.3 AF. For the functions, a smart video analytics, license plate recognition, vehicle type detection. It has watermark and privacy mask. For the LPR side, It has captures, a database of up to 10,000, and a capture range from 0 to 70 kilometers. The lens is a 2.8 to 12 millimeter motorized lens, so it can move. Has one audio channel for one input and one output. The outdoor rating is IP67, and it also has a one alarm channel for input and output. It is dry contact and not a wet contact. So this is the viewing through the camera's web interface directly from the NVR and not the software. You'll see the car is passing right here. This is the square. The car is coming in. This is the license plate. And you see to the right, it will show the license plate right here on the top. And it'll show right here the name or the name that you put on the whitelist. And then the date right under here. If you catch your license plate from the recordings, this is the software that you're going to use to view the captured license plates. You can also use it on the NVR. And if for the people that want the software, this is how it's going to look like. These are the results. The license plates are going to show up here. And then this is the search option. This is the mobile app, Super Cam Plus or Super Live Plus. This is how it's going to look on the camera. You can enable notifications if you want. And this is the look for event feature. You're going to go to look for event. And then right here, this is going to show up another page. It's going to show the number of the plate or type of car. And then it's going to show all the results of the license plates that you looked up or the type of car that you looked up. Once you clicked on the video, it's going to show you a short video of that car coming in or going out. The app also features a remote activation for the relay, and you can open the door by itself from the application. This is a short video of how the LPR system is going to work and an applicable scenario. You can see the cars coming in to the entrance. Like I said, one for entrance, one for exit. That's very important. The other one's coming out to the exit. The camera is going to recognize it, open the gate, and is going to come out. There's the installation at a height of 1.5 meters, 15 degrees of angle, and a recognition distance of 2 meters to 5 meters. Right here for the allow list. So that's the white list that it's going to go in on the NVR or on the software that you're going to configure for what car is coming in and what car is going out. This right here is the cable configuration of the alarm out to alarm in of the barrier gate. It all varies on what type of barrier gate you're going to install. This is the configuration of the software. Is the schedule of when you want to go in and out. And this right here, essentially what they did here, let me see if they can go back, right here. So here you can download a bulk entry from an Excel spreadsheet. You can put the license plate, the owner's name, the car name, or the date, and you can download that sheet and send it to or save it somewhere It's basically like a save configuration that you can implement, that you can import or export. So that's it for the LPR side. We're gonna look at the fisheye camera. This is our IP fisheye. It's 6 megapixels. What is a fisheye camera? Basically, a fisheye camera is designed to provide a panoramic view of 180 or 360 degrees in a single image that can be reconstructed in multiple scenes. Fisheye cameras typically have a single internal digital camera or sensor, and the panoramic effect is created by a specialized lens using common optics. With the help of software, fisheye cameras can interpret the image and then unwrap it to create flat images. The normal application for a fisheye camera is because of its 360 vision, it's best in an office setting or in crowded areas, so it can capture the entire area instead of just one area. Normally in an office setting or like a mall or let's say like a busy sidewalk, you would normally need one, two, maybe three bullet cameras to capture every single specific angle. But for a fisheye camera, you just need one, and it'll capture the entire area in a 360-degree view. So in confined spaces, if you want to see every corner of a room, at least two bullet cameras would be needed, like I said. Degrouping would be something like unwrapping the image, in this case to correct the 180 or 360-degree view into a more natural flat view that corresponds to what our eyes see. So basically what it's doing is it's taking the 360 or the 180 degrees of the view, and it's putting it into a flat image, as you can see here on these two images. So all this is done using image processing techniques with software. So it is possible to obtain side or top-down views that are more user-friendly for video analysis when you need it. This is the fisheye software. We have played around with the different displays and the views of the fisheye camera. This fisheye camera is not one for each channel. It's every lens and every camera has its own has only one channel. This is the fisheye camera in our application and how it's run in our application. You can basically have the fisheye camera in any way, shape, or form, whichever degree, whether 180 or 360, panoramic, cylinder, in any view in the app or on the software. The characteristics of the fisheye has a compression of H.265. It's 6 megapixels, 30 frames per second. It has a digital wide dynamic range, so it's not a wide dynamic range, but it's like a pseudo WDR. This camera also has a reset button. It has a micro SD slot up to 256 gigabytes. And just like the LPR camera, it has a PoE of 802.3 AF. The functions of this camera has dewarping or unwrapping, has watermark and privacy mask, and it has a built-in microphone. It has the capability of 180 degrees or 360-degree views, a lens of 1.1 millimeter, and an outdoor rating of IP67, and it has the on-video protocol. Now we're going to take a look at the PTZ camera. It's our 4 megapixel PTZ, it's smart tracking. So what is a PTZ camera? A PTZ is basically Pan tilt zoom is a camera as a type of security or surveillance camera that allows remote control of its movement to adjust its position and zoom in on the image. The pan horizontal movement, tilt vertical movement, and zoom enlargement and reduction of the image functions can be controlled remotely through a joystick, software, or mobile application. This allows for coverage of a wider area and obtaining a detailed view of a specific object or person. In summary, a PTZ camera is a controllable camera that can move in 3 axes. Some of the applications for PTZ, they're very versatile and can be used in a wide variety of environments and situations where high quality surveillance and remote movement capabilities are required. So like warehouses, a big mall, even small malls. I've seen some PTZs in small malls. You can use it in on a busy street or under a highway. So here in the video, how the PTZ moves. This is all remote control from the application or from a joystick. To the zoom capability of the PTZ. And then the next one is just the PTZ at night. So this PTZ comes with auto tracking. Auto tracking in PTZ refers to a function that allows the camera to automatically track a moving object within its coverage area using video analysis algorithms and motion tracking. So the slow tracking functionality will be used for people, cars, or like pets. You can turn those off or on in the settings. You don't need to have them on all the time. So if it bothers you, you can just disable them. When the auto tracking function is activated, the PTZ camera detects the moving object and automatically follows it, adjusting its position, angle, and zoom to keep it centered in the frame and ensuring that it is always focused. This can also be configured in the settings. You can put a timer on it. Let's say a person is going to walk in the field of view of the PTZ. He's going to keep walking, the camera is going to follow him, and you can either have the camera set to only follow him for a certain amount of seconds, say 15 seconds, and then after those 15 seconds are over, it will go back to the default position of what you configured it at. This feature is very useful in security and surveillance applications, as it allows the camera to automatically track people, vehicles, or other objects that move within its field of view. So this PTZ can also work with another motion sensing camera. So if you have a motion sense camera, the motion sense camera will detect that there's a person there, and say you have a PTZ on the other end. Once that camera detects that there's a person there, the PTZ will automatically go to where that camera detected the person, and it'll hone in on that person until you can see him. This is a video of the smart tracking feature and how it works. The person is moving, the camera is following him. once he leaves, so once he leaves the vision of the PTZ camera, then it'll go back to the default position. It didn't show it there, but it's okay. This is the smart tracking on cars. Right now it's going to be following the black car. The product characteristics of this PTZ has a compression of H.265 plus. It has a video resolution of 4 megapixels, 30 frames. It has a WDR of 120 and infrared of 150 meters. This camera also has a reset button. It has a micro SD slot up to 256 gigabytes, and it has a PoE of 802.3 AT. The functions of this PTZ is smart auto tracking of humans and vehicles, a watermark, and a privacy mask. The PTZ itself has 360 presets, 8 patrols, 4 patterns, and includes a wall support in the package that it comes with. It has a lens of 4.8 to 120 millimeters, motorized lens, and 25 times optical zoom. It has one audio channel, input and output in that one audio channel. It has an outdoor IP rating of 66, and it has one alarm channel, input and output, dry contact. All these products that are shown today and on the E-Series will be NDAA compliant, and all of our E-Series products will receive a 5-year warranty. And that concludes this webinar. Thank you all for being here. I will now answer any questions if you have any questions here. So Jules asked, is there any alert function for plates listed on the blacklist? There is an alert function for plates listed on the blacklist. Once you add them on the blacklist and the car tries to get in, it'll deny the access and it'll tell you either on the software or on your phone.
Thank you, Robert. I think now we have a couple of questions. So, everyone, please feel free to send us all of your comments and questions throughout the question panel. That's a panel that we use at the beginning of the presentation, that it's on the right side of your screen. So, Mr. Jason is asking, is there any alert function for plate listed on a blacklist?
Yes, so as I already answered that, there is an alert function for plates that are on the blacklist. Once you configure the user or the license plate on that blacklist and the car tries to come, and the license plate will read that license plate, it'll deny access, and it'll send you a notification through the software and through the application.
Thank you, Robert. So if anyone else may have any other question, please let us know. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes more. And a quick reminder that this webinar will be sent to your email and upload to our YouTube AppCom USA. So if you want to review any of the information that Robert just presented us, you can always check it out there, the recording on our website. So I don't know, Robert, do you have any other information you want to share, or should we wait a couple of minutes for anyone else to send us a question?
Right off the top of my head, no. But if you guys have any questions about anything at all, then you can ask us right here in the questions or in the chat. It doesn't matter, and I'll be happy to answer them.
Thank you. And we'll be sending the information from Robert to your follow-up email. So in case that you have any other question later on the week, on the month, and you have a project coming up, so you can contact him directly. So we thank you for your time this morning, and we hope to see you in our future e-series webinar. Please keep checking our website, appcom.net, for future webinar sessions. And we thank you for your time this morning. Robert, thanks so much for the valuable information that you just shared, and we hope to see you on our next session. Thank you.